Well, hello everyone, and this is Peter Brown with a look at your weather for the next 7 days. And I know it's been really interesting to note that I know the calendar says October, but I'm sure a lot of you have been thinking it's really been feeling like August around here. We've really been holding on to summer, which is great for your gardens and everything. As we start out our period on Friday, we're going to see, look at this again, no surprise. Temperatures above average, temperatures hovering around 70. We may actually see the temperatures nudge up a bit into the mid 70s. So that warm summer air is still going to be with us, that's for sure, even as we're getting into the end of the first week of October. Temperatures at night staying well above average, so if you're going to be out around town in Burlington or out going anywhere in the city or down to, say, New York or anywhere like that, you're going to have beautiful weather, that's for sure, I've got to say, in terms of temperatures. We're actually not going to be too far away, actually, from our record highs, and you're going to see that, actually, when we get into the weekend. We actually might not be far from the 80s, that's for sure. I know that you can't believe it. It's been so warm. It really feels like, it's going to feel like July almost when we get to the middle of the weekend. The only thing that really reminds us that we're actually in October and into the fall is how short the days have been getting. Right now, if you're driving home and leaving the office around 5:30 at night, those shadows are getting pretty long. So other than that, there's really nothing else telling us that it's fall, that's for sure. As we move ahead, I'm going to show you a little bit about what's going to be going on with our weather for the next 7 days. Now, this is a little bit different than what we've been seeing the past month or so. We have a lot going on this weather map, and here in the Burlington area, starting out our weekend going into Saturday, we're going to see a front that's going to kind of be stalling to our north up around the Canadian border. And what that's going to mean is we're going to see some actually cloudier skies coming into the Burlington area. Maybe some showers coming in, nothing really heavy in terms of precipitation on Saturday or Sunday. But at the same time, you're noticing this low pressure center that I have out here over towards the Midwest. And this might be whatever's left of the tropical depression that's right now in the Gulf of Mexico that looks like it's going to be heading for the Gulf Coast again. The remains of this are most likely going to be making their way up into the Burlington area when we get on towards the very, very end of Sunday going into Monday and Tuesday of next week. So we're going to see some very warm kind of temperatures, but we're also going to see quite a bit of rain maybe coming as we get into the beginning of next week. However, after that all passes us by, we're going to see this Canadian cold front coming down here, and that's going to hopefully push all of this rain out to sea and bring us maybe back to some more seasonable temps. But we're going to be hearkening back to our summer, and we're going to take a look at what was been going on with what we saw in terms of temperature and precipitation this past summer. Now, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, most of the eastern part of the U.S. saw above average rain. And of course, if you were down in the Texas area with Hurricane Harvey, we can definitely say it was wetter than normal down there. But even up in our area, this was great news in helping with our gardens and refilling our reservoirs and everything after last year. So we saw actually a little bit wetter than average summer. As we go ahead and we show you what the temperature profile looked like for this past summer, it was about average here in the Burlington area and the rest of southern New England. Actually, look at this big area of much below average temperatures, and this was due to a lot of the hurricanes that we had around this past year. Now, of course, no surprise out west if you were out there this summer at all. It was a very warm summer, nothing to be surprised about. But all in all, we had a fairly average and very pleasant summer, that's for sure. As we go ahead, I'm going to show you what is going to be happening for the next 7 days here around the Burlington area. As you can see, really starting out from Friday and going all the way into Tuesday, we have that chance of rain introduced almost every day. Temperatures, again, are going to be fairly mild. In fact, on Sunday, that high of 77, we might actually be looking at maybe some clearing skies coming up as we get to Sunday afternoon as a warm front pushes through. And that could briefly push our temperatures up into the mid-80s on Sunday afternoon with a very sticky feel. So really feeling more like the 4th of July than going into Columbus Day weekend, that's for sure. And as we get into Monday, you notice here that we don't have many chances of sun on Monday. The remains of that tropical depression down the Gulf of Mexico might be making their way up to us. It might give us a fairly good douse of rain, but will also help to refill our reservoirs before we start going into the drier seasons in the wintertime. But look at this, as we get towards the end of the week, Wednesday and Thursday, you'll see temperatures cooling down back to normal temperatures. And in fact, by the time we get to next Thursday, we might actually see temperatures that are a little bit cooler than average, maybe not getting out of the upper 50s to around 60, and getting very chilly at night when we get towards the end of the week. But all in all, folks, get out there, enjoy this rest of summer that we have here in October, and have a great week.